Hello and welcome back to the Hope You Living in the City channel. It is Wednesday afternoon and I'm finally getting around to this video. I wanted to share with you guys this quick and simple rear diff fluid exchange that one of my colleagues had an idea, and I also have been thinking about it, kind of toying with it for a while, based on using a siphon pump that we had removed old fuel from the D21 before, and also cleaning a pool in Maricopa where we had to drain all the water, spray the sides, the Pebble Tech sides with acid, rinse it down, or scrub it, rinse it, and then pump all that out again. So I knew that we had the ability to get small pumps around, and I looked at
Let's see if that helps.
Ace Hardware, Walmart, and
Yeah,
Home
you can feel that a
Depot,
little better.
and most of them that I found were these submersible pumps that you can use for like fish tanks or koi ponds and stuff like that. And I did see one at Ace on their website that was a little like a hockey puck size of apparatus with an in and out port. But when I went up there, I couldn't find it. Excuse me. So I went to Walmart on the west side. I looked around all over, and I almost bought one of those squeegee pumps that just has an in and out tube to manually suction out any fluid. And then I thought about going to Harbor Freight because they have the pumps that you can use. They're like about that big, and they have an in and out hose. And that's the kind we use for the D21 to get all the old fuel out of the tank. And so I was thinking maybe that if I couldn't find anything. And some of the other pumps were pretty big that I saw at Ace, and I think at Home Depot, but those were pricey. I was looking at anything over like maybe $40 to over 200. And then I also considered a small shop vac just to make an adapter and put a hose in there and then pump out all the fluid into the shop vac and then clean that out. But I didn't think about how to get the fluid back in because I got three containers from the dealer that had caps with a little pointy nozzle that I'm guessing you could like hold up sideways, like close the nozzle, then put it in the hole, then squeeze it in. But I ended up finding one at Home Depot on the west side, and what you do is you just put the little screw into your drill, like your regular drill, and then you can just spin it, and then it'll suction. It has two adapters. One, or they both of them are threaded, so they're male adapters, and you can put a hose on there. And it does come with a green hose that has a female adapter, and inside that hose is a smaller hose that you can stick into the other port, and that is about a 3/8 inch outer diameter that goes into the inside of that outlet. And so what I'm going to do in this video is basically just use the smaller hose, stick it into the rear diff reservoir, suction out all of that old fluid, get all in there in the bottom, get everything that I can from the bottom of the rear diff, and then suction it out into a gallon jug. And then once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and just pump some. I'm just going to basically reverse what I did, and then I will pump with the small hose out of the brand new rear diff fluid into the rear diff container using the or reservoir using the green hose. But I'm going to flush the hoses with some brand new fluid before I put it into the rear diff. And then after that, I'm going to just clean out the hoses. I'll pump some brake fluid through there just to clean out all the old fluid. And so basically, I thought about why waste the time in taking off all of the 10 mil bolts around your rear diff cover and then pulling that off and then just having to clean around the connectors and the where the gasket goes, cleaning your gasket. And if you tear a gasket, then you're gonna have to buy a new one. And then also, I've seen so many people just basically take off the rear diff cover after they drain it, and then they don't even clean or really inspect the gears inside. And you wouldn't really need to, because when you think about it, when you get an oil change, you're just pulling the plug, draining the oil, putting in a new filter, and refilling your oil. Same concept. And with this, it's not, the truck wasn't giving us any issues. And so it's just basically exchanging the fluid. And then I know people are going to say, well, you didn't inspect the gears, you didn't check for any kind of metal shavings, etc., etc. But when you pull the drain or the fill plug, that has a magnet, and you can inspect that to see if there's any kind of shavings. And then also, when you're sticking the hose in there to suction all of that fluid out, you can check your container reservoir that you get the fluid out and look for any shavings. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope some of you can use this method to make it quick and simple, so you're not dropping the whole pan and spraying off all the connectors and cleaning your um, gasket and then putting everything back together and risking, dropping some dirt or whatever into your reservoir. This is quick and simple, and only if you really need to inspect it, like maybe you've been really hard on your vehicle, or you could hear some grinding or whatever, then you could pull your rear diff cover and do the full inspection and whatnot. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked the video, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And also, we are going to be doing a transmission fluid exchange here sometime soon.